All right, this year we had two X-rated movies, Saw X and Fast X. We are in the X territory. XXX, and the next one's going to be Maxine. That's in 2024, I think. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon, not reviewing Fast X, Saw X. So what is this one about? Pretty simple premise. John Kramer, I think this is between, okay, I can't tell you what movie this is between, but anyway, someone said, you know what, you might be able to find treatment in Mexico. He goes to Mexico, he thinks he's healed, but it was a freaking scam. It was a Ponzi scheme, and now he wants revenge, and this game is personal. I think that is what made this movie just feel gritty. In my overall opinion, holy shit balls, this is a great freaking movie. I mean, holy cow. You see the trailer and you're like, okay, another Saw movie. Because I just watched Saw 1 through basically Saw 9. And my God, Saw X is in the top 3 of those films. No shit. It is that good. It is personal. It was written well. This is the most, I think anti is the wrong word, but the not Saw movie ever made. Because it just felt like an open world. It felt like we were expanding on characters. We were expanding on Amanda's character. We were expanding on John Kramer's character. Each character in this movie felt like a character. They didn't feel like throwaway characters. And if you watch my reviews of the Saw franchise, that's what I said most of the movies felt like. It felt like they were throwaways. It's like, that character's in there for 10 minutes. Who cares? That character's in there for 5 minutes. Who cares? Here, you actually know each character, and they each get a little bit of backstory. Like, for example, one of the people he, ties up is like Amanda, drug problem. One of them is a Ponzi scheme person. One of them, kind of is like a prostitute. One of them works at a vet clinic. So you get to know each of the characters a little bit, and I think that flushes out the characters. This is probably the longest one. Between this one and Saw 3, these two are about 2 hours apiece. So with lengthwise, I do think it works. And then just the traps. This was personal. How this was filmed, how it was done. You're just like, even though the traps are about the same, they are about the same, nothing sporadic. But my goodness, how it was filmed. Maybe it was the movement of the chairs, how it was done, the score. It was cringeworthy in the finest way. And cringeworthy, you're thinking, oh, cringe is bad. No, cringe is like what is, no. And doing that, everyone in the theater was doing that, especially this femur bone one. This femur one was absolutely grotesque. And it wasn't like anything like horrendous. She has to cut off her leg and do something. It's the aftermath of what's coming out of her femur bone. Just me thinking about it is like, it is that grotesque. And then the one you see in the poster, where the whole eyeball one, I'll say that's kind of a cock tease. That's all I'll say for that one. That's kind of a tease of what could happen. But this movie, the story is written out. This is the same director who did Saw 3D, and that is the worst in the franchise. That is why I think he needed to take a break, because I think he's done like 3 or 4 of the Saw movies. And this is where I think Saw X really succeeded, because it knew what it wanted to flesh out. We gave people breathing room. We gave people an idea. And it did bring people back from the franchise. If I do have to give a negative, though, I would say I'm so confused in the timeline. Because I thought Saw 1 was like, okay, this is the first test. But that's just my little pea brain. But now I'm thinking, what is the exact order? And now I really want, we need an actor to play Tobin Bell where he started this. I want to know where this started and how many people he actually murdered now. Now, like I said, still in the disbelievable categories, because now you're thinking, how many people have died by Jigsaw and no one ever realized who he was? Because there are some dialogue moments in this movie where you're like, wait a minute, how does she know who this guy was? And what is actually occurring? And of course, some of the believability, kind of goes out the window, which is fine, though. The twists and turns in this one are pretty solid, but you kind of know what exactly is going to happen, because you know who survives and who doesn't survive, because there's other movies in this franchise. I'll say another negative, though, is the main person I wanted this person to have a more gruesome death. This person was a freaking just snake. Just disgusting person. I wanted, because some of these people had horrible deaths. Horrible deaths. And I wanted this one to have the same agony, but you never really got that pleasure of it. Even though that sounds really grotesque, it's true though. I wanted that person to have more of a just fucked up death. Overall, Saw 10. I want a Saw prequel. I want the OG Saw now because I don't know I wish, all I could say is I know for a fact Spiral is technically the very last in the franchise. But now if you're telling me to go in exact order, I couldn't freaking tell you. I think it might be Spiral, then Saw 3D. Then after that, I think the first ones are probably going to be somewhere in the realms of Saw, Jigsaw 2, and Saw X. But I could be completely wrong. And I think that is where the falters are. But my goodness, this one felt personal. It was filmed fantastically. This is in the top 3 for sure. But now, let me give you my rankings. When I've actually seen all 10 of them, can I remember them? Number 10 is Saw 3D. Number 9 is Saw 4. Number 8 is the, you could call it the crazy one for me, is Saw 2. Number 7 is Saw 6. Number 6 is Saw 5. Number 5 is Spiral. Number 4, Saw 3. Number 3, Saw X. Number 2, Jigsaw. Number 1, the OG Saw. Holy cow, I remember that? Just, wow. Cool. But yes. See this? Oh! 4DX. I didn't talk about the 4DX. This 4DX was freaking awesome. When I said there was so much water in this one to do blood effects, like it was literally like every time someone's sawing something, water in your face, water in your face, water in your face, water in your face. So I got wet in this one pretty good. And with the sporadic movements of the Saw franchise and the camera work, really made you go crazy. Like every time someone saw, your chair was going this to match it. When everyone was getting burnt, it was like a fan in your face. This was a fun 4DX. This is when I was like, they're doing a horror movie in 4DX. And they're also doing Exorcist the Believer in 4DX as well, which you're like, how are they going to do this? But it works. If you can see Saw X in 4DX, the chairs move. You get smoke effects, which I still hate the smoke effects overall. And you get water or blood in your face. So Saw X will receive a 4 out of 5 Futons, which equals that 80%. Let's see what the correction scores gave this one. I'm shocked. We have an 85% with 59 of them. 85% no critic consensus right now. That is wild. 85-80. Chase Yaki here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know things Futon Topi. Futon, think about a great day. If this succeeds, you're going to see a Saw 11. And either they do 3 things. They bring back the character from Jigsaw, they do Spiral 2, or they do a complete OG story. And I think the OG story of how it started should be the one.